guys, I'm back again with another video, and this week's video is a May TBR video. So if you saw my last video, and if you haven't, then check out if you want to. If you don't, I'm not forcing you. But in that video, towards the end of it, I announced my readathon for the month of May. So I'm just going to talk about the books I'm reading this month with the prompts. So I had it planned out, but I've changed some of the prompts, like the books for the prompts, since I've had it planned out in my notebook. So for the Fox's prompt, which is Found Family, I'm going to be rereading The Foxhole Court because it's my favourite series. And I'm going to be reading for Pipe Dream, which is an Enemies to Lovers. I'm going to be rereading The Raven King, the second book in the All for the Game series. And then for Andrew, which is an LGBTQ+ romance, I'm reading TheKing'sMen, which is the third book in the All for the Game trilogy. So this is a reread for me. I'm then going to be reading for the prompt I'm Fine, books featuring some mental health. I'm going to be reading Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig. I've heard some really good things about this book, so I can't wait to read it. I then have for Yes or No, which is books featuring some spice. I'm finally reading A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. This book is so hyped up everywhere on BookTube, Bookstagram, BookTok, wherever it's hyped up, and the third book has just been released. I have that on Kindle, so I'm hoping to get the paperback for my birthday. It's my birthday this month, so I'm reading this one for that one. And then I have two books for You Gave Me a Key and Called It Home. That's for books set in your hometown or country, and I don't know which book to read yet. So I have Girl, Woman, Other by Bernadine Evaristo, I think is how you pronounce her name, and this is about 12 women that from Britain, and it's all the like different life struggles within the century. So 12 women from Britain, and it sounded really cool. Whereas How to Find Love in a Bookshop is based in Cotswold in the UK. I think it's actually in England. And it's about this woman that just, I'm guessing, finds love in a bookstore. I found it in it. It's a really flippy book as well, which I love. So those are the books I'm hoping to read this month. I think I'm going to give you a bit of the synopsis now for each book. Now you know what I'm going to be reading. So, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, I can't really give you the synopsis unless you've read. So this is the second book in the From Blood and Ash trilogy. There are another 3 books, but that's called A Flesh and Fire trilogy, I think it's going to be called. So I'm really excited to read this. I read the last one as like a buddy read with some girls on Bookstagram, but some of them already read it, and I really want to read the book, so I'm going to read it. Hence it's all tabbed. Reasons to Stay Alive. It's from what I've heard, it's like a memoir, but not a memoir. But it's like, this is a true story of how Matt Haig came through crisis, triumphed over mental illness, and almost destroyed him, and learned to live again. Moving, funny, and joyous Reasons to Stay Alive. It's more than a memoir. It's a book about making the most of your time on Earth, and I thought that was like literally perfect for that prompt. I chose Foxhole Court for the Found Family trope because Found Family is a massive. Found Family, Enemies to Lovers, and LGBT representation is a massive thing throughout the whole series, but particularly in this one, I think is the best one for the Found Family one, because this is when he finds the foxes, and I thought it's just perfect for that one. I chose this one as Enemies to Lovers for the TheKing'sMen. The Raven King, sorry, TheKing'sMen is an LGBT reference, because this is starting to go like the relationship is starting, and it's sort of like a relationship, but it's more Enemies to Lovers at this one. And then TheKing'sMen, because yes, their relationship is solidified, and I just love it so much. And as I said, I chose these 2 books because I'm not sure which one to read yet. So if you want to comment below which one, if you've read either of them and which one's better, then please, because this one sounds amazing. It sounds right up my alley. But also this one is, I think it's written by a person of colour, but also it's a LGBT, I think it's got some LGBTQ+ representation in this book as well. So it just sounds amazing, and I really want to read it. But I've been putting this one off for months, but I found this one of the books literally last week, and it sounds amazing. So book life problem of which books not to read. I'm probably going to put my wrap up for, after I put my book May TBR, because I need to still finish a couple of books first and I want to kind of include them in my wrap up, so I think I'll do that. I'm just really excited for this because I've been planning this for like almost, by the time it would have come out, it would have been over a month. I planned it literally on my dad's birthday, so on the 19th of March is when I made it all. It's just been so amazing seeing all the reactions on Bookstagram of like the people that actually want to take part in it. Not many people have joined the Discord group, but that's fine. If you want to join it, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. I think that's it all for today. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any other ideas for videos, then I'm open to suggestions because this is still all new to me. I think I've got a couple of like challenges I've seen on Booktube that I think I might do like a few tag videos. But yeah, if there's any particular, or like a bookshelf tour if you want that at some point. I have like 3 bookcases and a floating shelf and a TBR cart, so I have a fair few to show. But yeah, I think that's the most of what I'm having planned today. If you want me to do any like fun TBR games, I'd be up to doing that in the future, maybe like next year, because I don't want to start in the middle of the year. So if you have any suggestions on like what kind of TBR games I could do, that could be a fun thing to do for like in the future. But yeah, it's more of like if you have any ideas you want me to try out, then I don't mind trying it. Because currently I'm not working because I'm still looking for work, and looking for work during the pandemic has been really hard. But yeah, I think that's it for today, so I'll see you all next time in my wrap up video. Bye.